What's going on, my friends? Alright, different kind of video tonight, but I had this idea, hoping it plays out well. I thought it would be a cool idea. So this pepper right here is a pod that, oops, sorry, there was a bee right next to me because I got some fruit out here. Spoiler alert. So, Naga Tiger DD, it's a Diego, Drax Diego cross. Beautiful pods. I mean, I just love the color of them. That blackish purple, and then they got the nice bright red, looking like a embers or lava, if you will. So, again, this chili was grown by Corey Cadell, and I reviewed a couple of them. I don't know, maybe a month ago or a handful of weeks ago. And during the video, I remember describing, the flavor as having like an apricot profile to it, as in the fruit apricot. And later after the video, today we're going to drink on some Fat Tire. Cheers, friends. And so, later on after the video, in my mind, and talking with Corey via messaging back and forth a little bit, I had just mentioned also that plum, like a red or purple plum, came to mind also, that this pod had that kind of same flavor profile to it. Apricot or plum, somewhere in there. So what I figured I would do, I got a plum, and I got some apricot, and the chili. I'm gonna cut this chili open real quick, and I want to side by side them and really see what I think. So I've had this chili a while. Still looks really nice. You can see, just cut it open a little bit, but it has a beautiful inside, beautiful color to it. It's just a spectacular, gorgeous chili. Nice heat to it, I remember. But that flavor. Let's see if this one still has it. Ooh. Again, I couldn't find what the cross is on this, but based on the name, Naga, I would assume there's a ghost pepper to it. Ooh. Just stinging a cut on my tongue. For birds. Mm-hmm. Got a cut on my tongue or something, because this is just attacking my tongue. Now, good heat, good flavor. I'm not tasting the exact amount of that overall fruitiness that I originally got, but there's an underlying. Now, this chili's been sitting in the fridge for a couple weeks. It's from a different box that he sent me, and I just held on to it for the review purposes of what I had in mind, which is what we're doing today. I just let it elapse a little bit long, so I think it's lost a little bit of its fruitiness, but the more I'm letting it go as I breathe out, there's definitely an underlying fruity note to it, and it's not like lemony, strawberry, lime, like it's not those kind of fruits. It's like an apricot or a plum, something in there. So give that a second. Let's try the apricot first and just see. Nope. Maybe a little bit, because the apricot like this, it's not over sugary, it's not super sweet, which is kind of that fruity note and essence that I get from the Naga Tiger DD. So I can kind of see it there, but it's not exact. But I haven't had an apricot in fucking years, you know what I'm saying? So I was just going off the top of my head that like I was trying to pick like what fruit it kind of resembled. And I think I was close, because this has a dryness to it on the back end like that chili has. You know, and it's not a real sweet or sugary fruit, you know, which is very similar to when, at least when I describe in super hot peppers or peppers of any kind, when I say fruity, that's the kind of fruity that I'm talking about. It's not overly sugary like or super sweet like a raspberry, or I mean raspberries can be a little dull too. It's not like watermelon, you know what I mean? Like that kind of fruity note. It's more like that. All right, let's eat this other half of the chili, which I got most of the placenta in that last bite. But regardless, this is a fantastic variety of chili. It reminds me a lot now also of like an Orion pepper. If you've ever had an Orion, very similar overall flavor. But I could see now why I said apricot, though. I honestly can. I mean, it's a little different, but I wouldn't describe it as a cherry. I wouldn't describe it as that kind of fruit, or let that burn for a second. Hope everybody's having a good night. What is today? Tuesday? Tuesday night? The 20th of August? Seed stuck in the teeth. Again, the burn is all over my tongue. Little nose trickle coming down. All right, well, let's try the plum and see. Yeah, it's, again, I'm not making it up. I encourage you, if you can get your hands on one of those chilies fresh, and do it right away. Don't wait two weeks like I did and eat this chili, because it has lost some of its fruity notes, I think, and because it's not quite as impressive as it was the first time, and I think it's just lost a little bit. But I can still pick up what I was remembering from that original video while eating it. And it does have, I would say it's closer to the plum, but not quite as sugary sweet. But if you could put the plum and the apricot and come out with a child in between those, that's kind of where that pepper, the Naga Tiger DD, is actually at. But I think it's closer to a plum than an apricot. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I just had it in my mind, wanted to do something a little bit different, and actually test it to some fruit and kind of balance it out and see. I'll tell you that by eating the fruit, it picks the burn right back up in your mouth. But this was fun. It was a good comparison. I thought it was a cool idea. I wanted to see if I was really that far off. Again, I think it's very hard to pinpoint precise and exact flavors with super hot chilies. And I think I came up with apricot spur of the moment because what I was tasting in that chili, and even so today, was not foreign, but just not something that I was used to, right? Like, it just hit me, and it was, and so it made me think outside the box, and it made me think, and I went to an apricot, and I think I was really close with it. And then after the video, after the burn came down, after I thought about it, then I thought to myself, oh, it could have been closer to like a plum. And so that's why today's video, we did both. I think, again, to round this out, I think that pepper is closer to overall a plumish flavor than an apricot, but I can still kind of sense and see both. I don't know. Anyways, cheers, my friends.